Hello guys, welcome back once again. This time, once again, we're going to talk about Splatoon and, of course, once again, a Splatfest coming up. But this was rather interesting, and one of the things I wondered when we've only gone through a couple Splatfests, was how was Nintendo going to keep the Splatfest interesting? And don't get me wrong, we've had some lot-sided Splatfests uh, where they had to fill the other team and the other team to kind of make it work. But how are they going to keep it interesting and keep you get excited to doing this? And then today became the announcement that Nintendo and Hasbro have announced a new partnership for the special event on the Wii U for Splatoon. This Splatfest is quite frankly centered around one of my favorite cartoons of all time, centered around one of my favorite, what do you call it, toys and cartoons franchises of all time, and that's none other than the Transformers. I just picked this game because, well, it was the one closest to me, even though I am excited for Transformers Devastation coming out. So, in this case, you're going to decide whether you want to be an Autobot or a Decepticon, which is really cool, but I'm also having trouble at the same time deciding this. We'll get into that in a minute. So, while you are doing the Splatfest, of course, you'll have a special t-shirt to wear, which is common for every Splatfest, which shows your allegiance to Transformers. So, of course, the red shirt with the famous Autobot symbol, and, of course, the purple color with the purple Decepticon symbol. Kind of iconic, everybody knows what those are. Not only that, but the ink that each team shoots will also be customized to match the color scheme of the chosen side, which is really cool. The only way to make this thing cooler to me was if they actually had the Transformers sounds before the match started. That'd be the only thing to make this thing cooler to me. Anyway, this thing's going to last 24 hours. It's going to start August 28th at 9 p.m. Pacific, which is 7 p.m. Central Time, through August 29th, of course, 9 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central Time, 24 hours like usual. And of course, this will be Turf War, and it basically is to get as many wins for your team as possible. Whoever team, of course, gets the most wins, plus the most on your side, basically wins the Splatfest. But for each individual, depending on how you rank up, you get super sneeze snails, which help you upload your gear. Like, for example, you can re-roll your gear if you don't like the abilities it gets, or you can add another spot onto it for another, another special ability on your gear, stuff like that. I kind of wish events like this, they have some kind of special gear after the event's over, but for participating, but that's just me. Hopefully, some point we'll get there. That's a minor gripe. I mean, I've had a lot of fun doing them. So basically, what's funny about this is this partnership with Hasbro just basically shows Nintendo's continued support of this game. After its launch, they regularly release new content. Yes, some of it's already on the disc, but the point is they're releasing new content constantly, which makes you want to get out and play more. Rainmaker mode is a really fun ranked battle mode. I've had a lot of fun playing that mode. The new guns and stuff. Why you do go? I think no matter what, you do get stuck on certain classic guns that you like the best. But with all the guns, I've seen a different variety of guns being used by different people. And again, this is really cool they're doing this, because now people start going, wait a minute, if they did Transformers, can you imagine what they could do? Batman versus Superman, Marvel versus DC, Transformers versus GoBots. Yes, Hasbro actually owns both of those. They could go so many different ways with this. That's really cool. And again, I love Transformers. I'll get into my side problem, though, because I grew up on Generation 1, as it's called, the original 80s cartoon. I mean, I've watched Transformers since then, but I mean, that's the one that my childhood was growing on. The second most popular one, I would say, for me would be Beast Wars. But when you talk in these cartoons, the Decepticons were always cooler than the Autobots, right? I mean, the Autobots got the Dinobots, but hey, the Decepticons got Devastator and the Constructicons. You kind of always had to, the Decepticons always were cooler. And so in my house, might be a house divided, because every Splatfest we've always fallen in line. This one's different. My son has decided he's going to be an Autobot. I'm leaning heavily in Decepticon right now. Again, I said they were always cooler growing up. I thought Galvatron was cool. I thought, Minosaur was cool. The Stunticons, it just, even though there were Autobots I liked, it just, back and forth. The Sharkticons, there were a lot of cool things. Whereas my wife's undecided. So in our house, this is very, who do you go with, right? Again, it depends on what side you love the most. If you like the Autobots, if you like, Optimus, Bumblebee, any of the 1 mini Autobots or any 1 iterations of the Autobots, you might go that way. But to me, the Decepticons have always been cooler. I'm probably going to be Decepticon in this. Anyway, love to hear your guys' opinions on what you think about this. The fact that Nintendo has partnershipped up with Hasbro, something you probably thought would never happen. Again, this generation, Hasbro has branched out beyond, I think, what people are used to, and not all bad results. I know this is much better than, obviously, some people have mixed feelings about the Mercedes DLC for Mario Kart, which I actually did enjoy playing with one of the cars on the Mercedes DLC. That was for free. But again, this is stretching out your boundaries, and this is actually, putting two brands together I absolutely love. What do you think about this upcoming Splatfest? And unfortunately, this is only America getting the Splatfest, Nintendo of America. So, other parts of the world aren't getting it right now. Maybe they will later. Who knows? But this shows them stretching out their comfort zone. And hopefully, for all the regions of Splatoon, they do more of this kind of thing instead of, sky versus water or whatever other thing they could come up with. It'd be really cool to pick things that a lot of people who grew up with or really love. Anyway, love to hear your guys' opinions like always, and I'll make another video soon. Later, guys.